Greetings. Welcome to the Kentucky Virtual Library training video on Britannica Academic. While you'll find this resource on the college student page, it's also a great resource for upper level high school students. So let's look at this and look at some example searches. So you'll find it under For College and Adults, College Resources, Britannica Academic. So the search interface is a little bit different than what you're used to seeing with Britannica. I can search dictionary, primary sources, journals, or periodicals. When it says article, it means encyclopedia entry. So what I'm interested in is accounting, finance. So here I have about a 15-page article on the basics of accounting and what it's all about. All the blue text is links off to other encyclopedia entries. I can go to a particular section by using the table of contents. There are tables and charts that I can look at. So that's additional information to be on the lookout for. And from here, I can send to favorites, which I've already done, and we'll talk about it in a few minutes. I can email this to myself or someone else, or depending on my school district, I can send it to Google Classroom. I can also print it. If I click Citation, I get the citation drop down where I can choose my citation type, and here is my citation. And it also includes the persistent link to this article. So if someone wants to look at this at a later time, or if I want to come back to it, it's a direct link to this article. I have translate, so I can choose a different language and translate the entire page to that language, including the menus and the tabs. There is a read aloud option. Let's close that. So it automatically, as soon as I hit the play, it will highlight. It will highlight the section and read it to me, and also might change the look of the page. So let's make that a little bit larger. And I can all right. So I'm going to go back to Britannica Academic. And the next thing I want to search for under primary sources are things by Abraham Lincoln. So I'm going to type that in and click search. And so what I get is a list of primary sources. These are predominantly his writings, but also if I scroll down a little bit, it has his State of the Union addresses and the Emancipation Proclamation. So here's a link to Project Gutenberg. And I can favorite this. So I can throw that into a folder that I've created. And the way that works is I can do a sign in to my research. I can use Google, or I can create an account. And this is a personal account to Britannica. This is not something where you use your KYVL login. You use a username, or you might use your Google login. I can also email this or put it into my Google Classroom. Let's go back. I also have links to images. So here we have charts, diagrams, all kinds of things, pages and pages of images that are somehow related to Abraham Lincoln. And then under videos, same thing. We've got some great high quality videos that I can watch. And then I can also favorite this, email it, get the citation, get the permalink. I can put it in my Google Classroom or I can download it. Back to Britannica Academic main page. I can also search journals and periodicals. So today I'm going to look for North Korea. I'm going to type that in, click search, and I have hundreds and hundreds of articles about North Korea where it figures prominently. So as you notice, it might be just full text and it gives you the author and where it came from. And I can have my usual tools here, favorite, email, or to Google Classroom. And this comes from a magazine. And then as I scroll down, there's also PDF options. And so that's going to look like the original from the Nation, Nation magazine. So that's several pages. And from here, I can download it or I can print it. So back on the Britannica Academic homepage, I can look at the World Atlas. So I can zero in to a continent and look at the particular countries and get a profile of that country and get some details. There's links to related information, so encyclopedia entries on that. And then there's a compare countries feature where I can choose two countries and look at some details side by side. There's also news from the New York Times and news from the BBC. So those change. And those actually link out to the websites of the sources. So I'm going to sign out of my research with my Britannica. On the KYVL homepage, there is a question mark. So if you need help, if you have any questions, you can use this question mark to submit a help desk ticket. You can send a text message that we will respond to during the day. And then also, if we're online during the day, the chat feature will be turned on. Currently, it's offline. But just know that you can get a hold of us if you need any assistance. Thanks for watching.